Good morning. So sorry for being late today. All right. Bernie, how are you? Uh, uh, um, Bernie, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah, everything is fine. How are you doing also? Yeah, I slept small. All right, so let's do some small analysis on what you are going to expect, what will be happening. So sometimes, like when you do it for long, you know exactly. So I didn't sleep like when you do it for long, you know exactly what will be happening, so you don't have to even worry yourself to be. So that's why I even decided not to come to the stream early, because nothing happening. So I felt like, let me take some small nap and come around lending opinion. So that's how it works. When you do it for long, you know exactly what will be happening, so you don't have to even stress yourself to be. So sometimes, if not the stream, I would have been watching the chart maybe around New York session, or maybe around New York Stock Exchange session, because I know the candle type that I'm waiting for. So hold on for me, I'm coming. All right. So let's move straight to what you are going to expect for the day. Okay, so YouTube, I hope everyone is doing well. So let's move straight. So in today's, let's check the fundamentals for the day. So today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. So there's no so during the learning session. So all day we have Euro news. So the German prelims preliminary CPI man by man basis. So it's all day news. So you don't have any particular time that it will be happening. So it's you are not going to take it into consideration like that. So the only high impact news is going to happen around the 12:30, which the time will be the New York session. So that's unemployment claims. That's the economic event. Unemployment claims. Okay. So aside that, so I think this week the economic calendar is very cool. So it's very cool for today. It's very cool. So my goal for every week is to get one good setup or one good trade, and I'm down for the week. I don't usually stress myself too much to be taking trades every day. My goal is to get one good trade for the week and I'm done. Okay. So that's the most so in trading, quality is more important than what quantity. Taking more trades will not do you anything. The most important thing is what? Getting one quality trade and you hit it hard. Then you are there to go. That's all. You need only one good trade for the week, then you are done. Okay, so yeah, yesterday I got one trade during the New York session, and I'll explain why I took that trade during that time. I'll explain why I took that trade. So that's the most important thing, or that's the thing that you have to be looking for every day, every week. Okay, your goal should be one or two good trades, and you are done for the week. Trading more is what less, and less is more. That's the most important thing. But people usually, since you don't have your pattern that you trade, since like you don't know what to go for, you think you have to be hitting home run every day. That's not how trading works. One good trade, and you are done for the week. That's the most important thing. So let me go through the pairs. So now our two pairs that we look for and we analyze go to. So the pair that you usually look for is what? GU. So we are going to go through GU. So first of all, we move through the monthly time frame and see what's going on the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, we have a resistance over here. We have a resistance over there. We have a support too over here. So every day is the same thing, okay? It's the same thing that we do, nothing else. So on the weekly time frame, so I said on the monthly and the daily, what you are going to wait for is what? We are going to look for the support and resistance monthly and weekly. That's what you do. You check the support and resistances and see whether you are not trading on a key level. Okay, that's the most important thing. So when you move to the monthly time frame, so you have a resistance over here. You have a resistance over there. Okay, so last time I remember when you started the week, I said if not the stop loss is going to be wide because there was no structure level. So if when you are placing your stop loss, if there was no structure, what you do is what you place it to the next support or resistance. You get it? If there was no support and resistance, if there was no structure, you place your stop loss to the next candle hot structure level. Okay, if there was no pattern structure, you place your stop loss to the next structure level. That's the most important thing. So if supposing you had a structure, I would have even taken a swing trade because the weekly is looking good. When I remember when you started, so you can go back to the stream and check on Monday. I said you could have even targeted this area because the back to the next level, which is going to be what? Going to be big. So your risk to reward, that's not worth it. Okay, you are risking 320 pips to go for 200 and which is no. So you have to, when you see when the high time frame, you are seeing an opportunity on the high time frame and you are not getting an opportunity, you are not getting a trade. What you do is what you go to the lower time frame and look for an entry. The weekly is giving us a setup, but there's no entry on the weekly. You get it? There's no entry. So let's move to the daily time frame. When you move to the daily time frame, what you are going to go for is what you are going to look for structure. Okay, you have to know where the trend is. So when you move, you check the trend. You have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, so what are you expecting? You have to take trades on what the key levels, the area of interest, the tradable levels. Okay, the tradable levels, and the tradable levels are my tradable resistances, the daily support and resistances, the H4 support and resistances. Anything lower than this time frames, the H4, the daily, and the weekly, I don't factor the H4. Anything lower time frames, I don't take them into okay, then you move up. So the daily is what? So now you know the daily. The daily, the daily is what now uptrend. Okay, the daily is an uptrend. So when you check your this, you have a resistance level over there. So you turn it to different this thing. Okay, we turn it to different. Please, I'm coming. Hello. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Okay, what's up? Hello. Wait for a minute. So after all the coming. You if like at the moment at the teach, so if anything call family days or call am, I finish am for you. I think it goes. Hello. Hello. Uh, so I'm back. So this is the daily. You have the daily resistance over here. You get it. So the daily resistance. So I've been saying, in case maybe you are drawing your support and resistances, if you are starting out to draw to identify the various key levels, you have to turn it to a line chart. If you turn it to a line chart, it's going to be very easy for you to be able to see the point areas, to be able to see the levels very clear. You get it? You feel me? For you to see the levels clear. So you turn it to a line chart, then what? You get it clear. So now, as I said, the daily is what? The daily is an uptrend. The daily is an uptrend. The daily is an uptrend. Told you to call some. Yeah. So you send me the details. 30. Okay. So the H4 an uptrend. You get it. The daily trend is an uptrend. Okay, so you see, as I've been saying, we have to take trace on what area of interest. You have to be taking trace on area of interest, and I've already considered, or I've already given out the time frames that you have to consider the area of interest. The weekly, the daily. Okay, let me see the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and H4. All the time frames are what weaker time frames. So the time frames that you have to take into consideration when you are taking trades, the levels that you have to take trades on are what the weekly, the daily, and the H4. Those are the stronger time frames. All the time frames aside those time frames, the rest are all weaker. I'm not saying sometimes your trades are not going to play out. Sometimes they will play out, but you are talking about the longevity about the thing. At long run, how many times are you going to be winning trades? That's the most important thing. You can sometimes get a winning trade, but at long run, are you going to continue getting the winning trade? That's the most important thing. So on the daily time frame, you found, so you see on the weekly, this is a weekly resistance, and now it has also fallen on what a daily. It has also fallen on a daily support areas. You get it. So it tells you how strong this level is. It gives you an indication how strong this level is. So on the daily time frame, supposing we had a support over here, something like this. Supposing we had a support, if this bullish candle is closing something like this, if this bullish candle is closing something like this, we would have what taken a buy to this level. Okay, maybe when there is the case, the daily is not giving us a confirmation. The daily is not giving us what a confirmation. Okay, daily has given us the setup, but there's no confirmation on the daily time frame. So you move to what the H4 time frame. So when you move to H4 time frame, if you first of all check the trend, you identify your various support and resistance areas. So I'm explaining it to the basics that even if you are not in my private group, you even understand what I'm talking about. Okay, because the goal is to share value. I've been getting most of the time, we've been getting some uh, people have been sending me messages about how I'm helping them and other stuff. So I didn't get this opportunity. An African man explaining things to the business leaders. Those times it was this white people who were explaining things to us, and sometimes getting their accent is very hard. But I've boldly come out to what I managed to understand things, and now I'm explaining. So you have to take advantage of it. If you are not joining the stream, I'm giving you it's an opportunity for you to take advantage of it. What also change your financial condition. So on the H4 time frame, what there was initially the trend was what uptrend. So last time I was explaining why you could have even taken this, but if not this resistance, I always prefer taking trades when we have a clean zone. Okay, we have a nice zone. I prefer taking because I don't want to my favor to be what an uptrend, but we had the resistance over here. So I said we will let it go. So you have what it broke over here. Okay, so it now turns what an uptrend. And now at this point has been broken. So it's now what? A downtrend. Okay, it's now a downtrend. So H4 is a downtrend, daily is what? An uptrend. So at this instance, when you find yourself in this position, what you have to do is what? You have to focus on the key levels. Which time frame is falling on a key level? So we had a resistance over here. So the market is retesting on this resistance. You see how the candle or prices, the level over here is rejecting price. If you can see it well, see how the level is being rejected. So the level is being rejected. You get it. So now what I'm waiting for on the daily time frame is what? Before this H4 candle is going to close around 9 a.m. Okay. So what I'll be waiting for, because I don't usually focus on H1, because H1 time frame is a weaker time frame confirmation for me, or to me, according to me. So now I'll be waiting for the H4 to create a support. Okay, if it creates a support like this, if it creates a support like this, this is what I'll be waiting for. This is what I'll be waiting for. Okay, on the H4 time frame, then I'll take the next, I'll take a sell to the next level. You get it. By so before you take the entry, you have to wait for the candle to close, and the candle is going to close around 9 a.m. That's when the H4 candle close, unless maybe we have this thing, what do you call it, this time frame I've forgotten. That's when the trading times change. So it's, I think it will be changing at the fourth quarter of the year. So the fourth quarter of the year, the timing changes. The trading, so the time that the candles usually close is going to change, and the volume times are going to be shifted, especially the New York session and those times is going to be shifted. So I'm going to wait for the H4 candle to close like this, then I'll take the next. So in case maybe I miss this, then if I miss this, if this candle maybe close very fast, then maybe this point is going to be my target. Then I'll wait for what? The breakout of this candle, like what happened yesterday on Euro USD, the sell I took on Euro USD. The breakout, maybe if it does something like this for time frame, then I will go to the H1 time frame and look for what? A market structure which is also a downtrend. Then I will take the sell. Okay, then maybe I'll wait for something like this. I'll wait for a bullish candle to form. That's market structure. Okay, I'll wait for a market structure. Then I'll take maybe a bullish candle. Then I'll take what? The next sell. You feel me? Then I'll take the next sell. So this is what I'll be expecting on. Maybe if H4 did not give me an entry, then I'll be expecting that. So for now, even though the daily time frame is what? An uptrend, but there's no confirmation. Okay, there's no confirmation, there's no entry on the daily time frame. I hope those on YouTube, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please type 1 in the chat box. If you can hear me well, type 1 in the chat box. Okay, so as I'm waiting, as I said, I'm waiting for two things, because when you check the daily time frame, if you check the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, we are expecting what? A continuation. We were supposed to expect a continuation to be doing something like this. Then the trend will continue. Then the trend will continue. Okay. I've been seeing some people on YouTube who have been consistent. I'll be considering them. I'll maybe sometimes I've been seeing some people those on consistent on YouTube. I might give them a free bonus to join the mentorship group. I'll give them the free course because uh, what do you call it? I can see their energy. Okay, sometimes because of finances, that's why they are not able to join the private group. So I might consider those people who have been considered. Especially, I've been seeing this guy, Jcon FX. I've been seeing him being consistent always. So I might, if he continue being consistent, I might consider him and give him. I will consider him to join my private group for free for maybe a month for him to take free signals and those stuffs in order for him to what pay for the mentorship. I might consider him because sometimes some people are consistent, some people are willing to learn, but because of finances, that's why they are not able to take action. I've been seeing this guy being consistent. That guy, Decon FX, he has been consistent. That means he badly need the skill set, but because of finances, that's why it's hindering him to what, take action. So sometimes I might consider him. He's being first every day to join the stream. That's what I've been seeing. He has been consistent and always what reacts or engage on the stream. I might consider him. So if you continue being consistent like that, you don't know when you'll be called on. So that's how heaven too is going to be. So you have to keep on showing up. So that's what I'm expecting on GU. Okay, that's what I'm expecting on GU. I said if not the distance, suppose maybe this one created a bullish candle, I would have thought taking a buy to the flip, but this one hasn't created a support yet. The candle hasn't closed yet. So even though it has what formed on an area of interest, but there's no confirmation yet on the weekly time, on the daily time frame. There's no, even though it's on a golden zone, because this level we have a weekly zone over there, at the same time we have daily zone over there, but the candle hasn't closed yet. The candle hasn't closed yet. Okay, the candle hasn't closed yet, so I can't conclude. I can't conclude yet. You get it? I can't conclude yet. So now I'll be looking out to the H4. Okay, because H4 too is what, a downtrend. So as I said, either you are going to wait for a close over here, or either be waiting for a candle close beneath here. Okay, a candle close beneath this level, then I'll take a sell. Okay, that's what I'll be expecting. So we have two levels or two zones that I'll be taking action. I'll either take action when this candle close bearish, then I'll take a sell, or I'll either take action over this level. So let me indicate the levels well. I'll either take action over here, or either take action over here. So these are the two levels that I'm taking or considering to. But for now, the setup is there, but there's no entry. So that's the most important thing you have to be doing. If you don't know what you are expecting, what are you waiting for? So you have to always know what you are expecting in the market. Okay, so let's move to Euro USD. Okay, let's move to Euro USD. So yesterday I took a 9 sell on Euro USD, and after the analysis, I will explain why I took that sell. It was very simple, a textbook trade. The confirmation too was very strong, and I took a sell. That's the only thing I need in a week. Just one quality good trade, and I'm done for the week. I don't need more. Okay, I'm not demanding more from the market. I need only one high quality one for the week, and I'm done, and I can chill for the week. That's what I need. Unless maybe I've lost a trade, then maybe I will struggle, or maybe I'll force myself to take another trade. Okay. So the reason why I even show up every day is because the value I'm giving the mentor, as in the stream and other stuff. That's why sometimes you even see me. If not the stream, you not even see me on the what, my desktop. I usually check the market 4 hour closure, candles closure, and those stuff. That's when I usually check. So on the Euro USD, the monthly time frame, so it's the same thing you are going to do on what Euro USD too. So on Euro USD, you have what on the monthly time frame, we have a resistance over here. So the next key level, so it seems like or it looks like what Euro USD and GBP USD moves the same according to observation or from my observation. So when you move to the weekly time frame, so when you move to the weekly time frame, you have a resistance over here. Okay, so that's the only thing that you check. So let's move to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, you check the trend. So when you check the daily trend, you will notice that what you have a resistance, a support over here. So I said, so in case maybe you see something like this, if you see something like this, you can notice what it's very difficult for you to identify the key level, because the way that the bearish candle close, the bullish candle close. So the best thing you can do for yourself for you to get the clean this thing is what the daily time frame. You change it to a line chart. When you turn it to a line chart, you'll be able to see it very well. So you turn it to a line chart, then what? So mostly you change the colors to it for you to be able to see it well when you move to the other time frames. So the way the daily time frame is doing on Euro USD is the same thing that is also doing on what GBP USD, but just that here you are seeing what a bullish candle, but it's the same thing. It's the same complex market structure. On GU you are seeing a break and retest, but on Euro USD the correction is like what's a complex market structure. You are seeing something like this. It's forming like what a complex corrections. Euro USD. Okay, this what is the same thing. It's the same correction. It's the same correction. So on Euro USD, the daily time frame is what an uptrend. So we have on the daily time frame, we have a zone that the market can a gap that the market can fill. So this is a tradable zone. Okay, this is a so let's move to the H4 time frame. So on the H4 time frame, what you are going to expect, even though the H4 time frame is what a downtrend, okay, it's a downtrend retested a breakout from the structure retested. Okay, I'm expecting the candles to retest. The next level I'm expecting the candles to price to retest on. I'm expecting price to come to this level or this price level. Okay, I'm expecting it to come to this price level. So let's check the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we have what a resistance over here. So let's move to the H4 time frame. So on the H4 time frame, we have what? Sorry, this one is supposed to be. So on the H4 time frame, this is what I'm expecting. And the H4 time frame. So I'm expecting price to come to this, because when you are taking a trade over here, it's in the middle of a range. You can't take action over there. Okay, it's in the middle of a range, and it's not recommendable or it's not advisable to be doing that. So you either wait for price to come to this area of interest. This is the key level. So as I've been saying, you are trading the key. If you're taking trades, make sure you are what. If you make sure you are what relying on strong area of interest like the H4, the daily, and the weekly. So the next level that I'm expecting price to get to is this level. Okay, then but when you are taking a sell over here, this in the middle of a range, and it's not advisable. It's far from the area of interest. So, and even if you are taking a sell, where are you going to what lane your stop loss? So aside structure, okay, aside the market forming structure, if you are taking an entry, make sure what you are laying on a strong area of interest where you'll be placing your stop loss. So this level, if you are taking a trade, it's not advisable. Okay, it's not advisable. So it has been I've been worrying about not getting trades. Sometimes I'm very sorry those who have been joining us on YouTube. Most of the trades have been happening. It has not been according to the way it has not been happening during the streaming time. And I want to sometimes be taking trades with you so that you too will be getting, yeah, what do you call it? You'll be getting some winning trades. But most of the trades have been happening outside the the live streaming session. Okay, it has been happening around 9 a.m., 10 a.m., which at that time we've closed the stream. So maybe with time that it's market dynamics. So sometimes it might happen during the trading, the live stream or the live streaming session. You can be getting trades. Okay, so with time it's market dynamics. The market changes according to the times that it formed, the structures and the pattern form. So with time you will be getting it during the stream time. So continue showing up. That's the most important thing. So on Euro USD, what I'm going to expect is what I'm going to expect the breakouts. Okay, I'm going to expect the breakouts. Then I'll target the next one to maybe to this level. Okay, to this level, because the daily time frame is looking clean. Okay, it's looking clean. So that's what I'm expecting. So for now, unless the H4 candle close before we can make a decision on what to do next. Okay, what to do next. So let's move to gold for those who are lovers of gold trading. So with gold itself is overhyped. I don't see why people are hyping gold. So on gold, we have what? On gold, the daily time frame, you have a resistance over here. And one thing that you have to bear in mind is what today we have unemployment claims. Is it unemployment claims or yeah, unemployment claims? But this preliminary GDP, it's not impactful. The most impactful one is the advanced GDP. Okay, quarter by quarter. The preliminary is not impactful as compared to the advanced. Okay, so at this point, the one which is going to be more impactful is the unemployment claims. That's going to bring the unemployment claims is going to rather it's rather going to bring volume in the market. The unemployment claims is rather going to bring volume in the market. So on the daily time frame, you have what? A resistance over here. You have a resistance over here. You see how slow I've been taking my time to break the chart down. So the best thing you can also be doing for yourself is after the stream, you go back and watch the YouTube video again. That's the most important thing. When you do it for consistently for 1 year, I bet you can also understand whatever. Even 1 year is too much. 6 months, you start understanding whatever I'm talking about. But some people just don't. You can, even if you don't have bundle to watch, you can use the ninth bundle. You have free this thing. You can use your ninth bundle, download it. Okay, you download it early morning when you are free, then you watch the stream again. So if you don't know, this is the secret to steady. Then you watch it again, then you'll be able to grab one or two things. That's why I've been saving it in the YouTube database so that you can go back and watch it again. So on the daily time frame, what you have, what the daily time frame is an uptrend, but it's in the middle of a range. Okay, it's in the middle of a range, so you can't take action about it. So when you move to the H4 time frame, H4 time frame 2 is what? An uptrend. You feel me? H4 is an uptrend. It did lower low with the daily time frame. The daily time frame. So it's the way the market is behaving on what gold is the same thing that is behaving on those two pairs. It's the same thing that is behaving on those two pairs. So what I'll be expecting on gold is what to get to this area of interest. So you can see we have a resistance over here. We have a resistance. We have a resistance. You have a resistance over here. So there's no decision to be made on gold now, because unless maybe you wait for a support to be created, a bearish candle to get you a support, then you take the next move to the next level. So that's what I'll be urging you to be expecting on gold. But for now, I don't have any buyers on gold. Okay, I don't have any buyers on gold for now. So let me explain the Euro USD trade that I took yesterday. So on the Euro USD, so I took it around the New York Stock Exchange session. That's 1:30, 1 o'clock to 1:30. So during that time, so you see a lot of volume in the market. The New York Stock Exchange, it brings a lot of volume. And if there was no high impact news during that time, when you get a trade, the possibility that it's going to go in your favor is very high. So 12:20, you see volume. What do you call it? 12:20. 1 o'clock, you see volume. 1:30, 2 o'clock. So this time, so you can pen it down or you can write it down. 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock. These times are very important times in the forex market or in the currency trading market. You are going to see a lot of volume. You are going to see a lot of volume during that time. So this is how I took the trade. The reason why I took the trade was there was what the initially the market was an uptrend. The moment this candle closed, okay, the moment this candle closed, it shifted to what? A downtrend. It was an uptrend. The moment this candle closed, it shifted to a downtrend. When this point, this key level got broken. The moment this key level got broken, it shifted to what? A downtrend. You feel me? It shifted to a downtrend. So how did I even take the trade? So when this candle closed, that at that moment this candle wasn't formed. So I see there's what an opportunity for me to take, because this candle has closed and we have a tradable zone to this level. Okay, this is a tradable zone to this level. When you move to the daily time frame, this is where you're going to see the end of what? The move. This is the end of the move on what? This is the end of the move. So when you move to H4 time frame, when you move to the moment this candle close, when you measure the stop loss, this is the point. Let me check the H1 time frame. So even though, so usually when the H1 H4 candle close above or beneath support or resistance areas, I factor them to be a strong confirmation. I don't use the 111 H1. So when this one closed, I moved to the H1 time frame. So the H1 gave me a clear what? Market structure. Okay. So it broke through, retested what? It created a support. So the moment this support was created, the candle closed. So this gave me the confirmation. Okay, this gave me confirmation. The moment this candle closed, the moment it broke the structure. Okay, the moment the structure was broken, I said, nah, this is an opportunity for me to make money. Okay, this is an opportunity for me to make money. So the moment this candle closed, I took the sell and targeted this zone. Okay, 27 pips. So my stop loss was to the next structure level. So it's above the structure level, which is what's also 1 to 1, because I'm risking 23 pips to gain. Okay, it's almost 1 to 1 to 4. Okay, so I targeted this zone. You get it. So it's very simple, because this you have a tradable zone over here, a tradable zone. Okay, to the next level. So the moment it got to the target, you see how it's the support area rejected price. It's rejected. It's very simple. You get it. It's rejected. It's very simple. So that's what I set up. And it's sometimes when the market bless you with such an opportunity, you need to take advantage of it, because it doesn't come more often like that. This is a textbook trade setup. H4 was giving us a confirmation. Okay, H4 gave us a confirmation. It gave us a tradable range. So this is a tradable range. So we had a tradable range. Okay, this is the rejection area. This is the point that it's going to reject price. So I moved to the H1, the lower time frames, to get a good confirmation. So you can go to the M30, for instance. So the M30 gave us what? A market structure. So in case maybe you missed the first move, you can even take the second move at this level. But when you check the M32 is giving you a tradable range. It's also giving you a tradable range. Very simple textbook sets. You get it. So the moment it gets your take profit, you take your profit immediately. You don't hesitate or you don't wait for long. You take your profit. So it's very simple. It's very simple trade setup. Okay. And I took advantage. So that's what. So this, I waked up around in the dawn time. I was what? Studying why I took the trade. I was watching the price, I was watching the chart. Why? Even though I was the one who took the trade, but I was asking myself questions. Okay, so I want my mind to get used of my pattern. I want my mind to get you. So I'm showing you how usually I get to learn this stuff, and you are not going to get. No one is going to tell you the secret. I was watching the chart, just sitting and watching the chart. Why did I even take the trade? What confirmation did I even get? Okay, why? Which candle did it break that allowed me or to even push me to even take that trade? So these are the questions that I was asking myself. So take trading seriously. Trading is not just it's something simple that you are coming and you get it within a month or two. You need to what? Familiarize yourself. You have to just get used to how the market moves. So I was just watching and asking myself, why did you even take this trade? So I was just writing. When I'm even having a notebook that I usually write my patterns inside. Or maybe I waited for the market structure to move to downtrend. I waited for the H4 candle to close the support or resistances. I moved to the lower time frame H1 to get a confirmation. So when it happens again, my mind is used to the pattern. So if supposing this thing happens again, it's going to be the same thing that it's just a breakout, and you move to the lower time frames, find a market structure which is going to be in your favor, then you take the sell. So it's very simple. The market repeats itself. There's nothing or no different thing that the market is going to do. It's either going to buy or it's going to sell. These are the two things that the market do. Okay, the market does nothing different. Okay, nothing different. So one thing that you have to notice was trading is it's a lonely game. Okay, even if you are trading with a friend, if you and a friend start the journey together, if you are trading with a friend, the friend is going to see things differently from how you are seeing things differently. So sometimes even the person that I even follow, sometimes you take a trade and I will never even understand why the person take the trade. Okay, so trading is a subjective game and everyone sees the market differently. So try to also get used to how you trade a pattern. Okay, just get used to your pattern, because mostly you'll be taking trades, you'll be taking some patterns that you are very comfortable or very confident in it. That's what you'll be taking most often. So just learn your pattern and take advantage of it anytime it appears. Anytime it appears, just learn how to what your patterns are formed, and things are going to be very simple and easy for you. GBP CHF. So now trading has become I'm enjoying the game. I'm really enjoying the game, and one thing too is don't be shifting or don't be running from. So this strategy that I'm using, I built it from the scratch. I wasn't running when I get a losing trade. I was just tweaking the time frames. So if I use, even though I was using the same ideology, I was using the same concept. Okay, I didn't run from when I lose a trade. Sometimes I will get those times I used to get frustrated why I'm losing a lot. But one thing I discovered it was those time frames are not favorable. So I have to shift to more higher time frame. I noticed I was losing because I was using time frames that are not strong, so I have to shift. So don't be moving from strategy to strategy. It is not going to help you. If you are using a particular, even if you are not trading like how I'm trading, if you are using a particular strategy, if you get a losing trade, try and what, if you are consistently or continuously getting a losing trade, don't run from that strategy. Since someone is using it and it's making the person money, don't run. Just ask yourself, when you lose a trade, ask yourself why. I remember my first mentor told me this thing. The most question you have to ask yourself in trading is why. So anything, ask yourself why, and you get answers to that. Why is this news impactful? So it will push you towards find the reason why this news is impactful. Why did I even take this trade? Why did you take this signal? Why did you take this entry? Okay, ask yourself why. Why questions are going to solve most of your problem in trading. So don't be running from what? Don't be running from your strategy. I know people within a year, people will change strategies like 30 times within a year, and it's going to slow the way you trade. So when you ask yourself why, and you start what, trying to do research and find solutions. So I've told you, if you are using a time frame and you continue losing, the best thing you can do is what, move to what, higher time frames. Move to a time frame which is very high, then you start taking trades from that side. That's what is going to help you. That's what is going to help you. Come. So if you have a question, you can bring it on board. So if you're on YouTube too, if you have a question too, you can type it in the chat box. So we are waiting for, let me check the H1. So on the H1 time frame, there's no confirmation. So when the market gets your take profits, you better what, take majority of your positions, because if you continue to be indisciplined when the market gets your level, you are not going to be profitable. You have to be disciplined. When it gets your take profit, you take profit. Don't just tell yourself the market is going to, you want more pips. So, and you have to also be patient. You have to be patient for the price to get your take profit. So this one, the moment price got to this side, I took profit. That was yesterday. I took profit. So you see, it got to the target exactly. You get it. It got to the target. And when the market is pulling back on you, don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid, because you are trading the high time frame. So why are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Let me put it this way. What are you afraid of? Higher time frames are stronger as compared to the lower time frame. So you don't have to get afraid if the trade is pulling back on you. So you are asking of indicators. Indicators were okay. So which indicator do you want me to use? So which indicator are you using? So you have many indicators. So which indicators are you talking of? So you have to specify the indicator you are talking of. Price is the same. The indicators are it gives you an indication of whether the market is what, it's an uptrend or the market is it gives you an indication of if it support and resistances, whether the market is trending or whether there's volume. So we have volume indicators, we have support and resistances indicators, we have what do you call it, trending indicators. Okay, and those things you can find it. So there's no reason why I have to be putting some things on the chart. When it comes to volume, it's very easy. So we have volume indicators. Let me check it. So that the volume indicators are the RSI, the is it stochastic? Stochastic and RSI. So let me is RSI stochastic RSI? Is it a volume indicator? Let me check it and see. Okay. So we have what this thing, for instance, if the market is, let me delete this. So this one is if the market, this one, it's been a while that I learned it, so maybe if the market, so this is an overbought. If the market is high, it means what, overbought. So that means what, RSI is telling you, or stochastic is telling you what it is going to sell. If it is overbought, the indicator is telling you that is what it's going to sell, and if it is oversold, it is telling you that it is going to buy. So all these things, it's easy for me to. So if this one is telling me it's going to sell, and it's easy for me to know it using price, okay, because I have to wait for confirmation. If I'm selling over here, I know I'm going to sell on what, a support area. Okay, so when you come to the daily time frame, you see it is giving you an indication that what the market is what is going to buy. The H4 time frame, it's telling you what the market is going to buy. Okay, it's going to buy. It's an oversold and it's going to buy. So all these things, there's no need for me to be using it, because what, I can easily use my eyes to be able to see these things. You get it? So we have volume indicator, one volume indicator too. So it's the same thing as this one. If you have overbought and oversold. So if the market is overbought, that means what, you have to sell. If the market is if the indicator is telling you oversold, you have to buy. There's no need for me to be using these things, because volume, I know the exact time volume comes into the market. A place, hold on, I'm coming. But so as I'm saying, so as I'm saying, the indicators are just, you can find it without using the indicators. Okay, you can find. So if you want to see when volume comes into the market, just learn the market section. Okay, just learn the market sessions. So the market session tells you that what, around 7 o'clock, lending session is open. So you are going to see volume. So volume means what, more people buying and selling. You are going to see a lot of people buying and selling the same. If you are trading currencies, a lot of people buying and selling the same currency pair. You get it? And yeah, that's volume. Okay, so it's simply telling you around 7 o'clock, more people are going to buy and sell currency pair. So if there's volume or volatility in the market, you are going to see what, price fluctuations. When I talk about price fluctuation or you are going to see rapid moves in price. So either price is going to move very fast, okay, you are going to see rapid movements in what the around maybe what do you call it, around maybe the New York session around 12 a.m., 12 p.m. rather, you are going to see volume. Around 1 o'clock, you are going to see volume. Around 1:30, you are going to see volume. So there's no need for you to be using these things. You can use it. I'm not saying you don't have to. You can use it for extra confirmation. So you have something called confluence. Confluence is simply what adding additional using multiple trading tools to make a decision. So you can be using the confluence. You can use it as a confluence. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad to use, but for me, there's no need for me to use it. Okay, I don't need a stochastic or RSI to tell me it is overbought or it is oversold, then I'm going to buy. So if it's H4 is giving me what price is what overbought. So if I move to, if I start buying, I don't have any confirmation now to buy. Okay, so that's why I don't use the volume indicators. I can use simply my eyes. My eyes are indicators. Okay, so an indicator are my eyes. I can use extra confluences from the time the market opens, and you can see anytime too that you have high impact news too. There's volume coming into the market when candles are closing and opening. There's volume. So if you know all these things, you know exact times that volume comes into the market. When a H4 candle is about to open and close, volume comes into the market. When what do you call it? There's high impact news too. Volume comes into the market, and when what do you call it? Sections are about to close and open to volume comes into the market. So if you know these things, I don't see the reason I have to use other confluences. And we have other confluence like EMA. Okay, is it EMA or yeah, EMA? Moving averages. Moving averages too tells you how the market. So trending market is the same as what you have. Trend line is the same as they are all dynamic support and resistances. Trend lines are support and resistances. So I can simply identify or I can simply tell when the market is trending by using what market structure. So there was no need for me to use moving averages because I can simply determine if the market is trending or if the market is not trending. You get it? I can simply determine it. If the market is trending or if the market is not trending, I can simply determine it. So there's no need for me to use moving averages on my line. Some people use moving average, and as I said, you can use it as what a confluence, an additional tool that is going to help you to predict or speculate on the exchange rate. That's fine. That's fine. You get it. That's fine. And you have other indicators too, like yeah, moving averages are all supports and resistances. Let me see. Moving averages. Moving averages. You have moving averages. Okay, so can you see the moving averages? So they are all support and resistances. Okay, they are not visible like that. So moving averages are support and resistances levels. So it indicates or it tells me where the market is going to price is going to get rejected and those stuff. So in conclusion, I'll be able to identify it using my eyes. So I don't see the reason I have to be using the indicators. Okay, I don't use when it comes to volume, I can easily know when exact time that volume is going to come into the market. When it comes to the support and resistances too, I can easily determine the support and resistances level. So there's no need for me to use them. There's no need for me to be using them. So this is what I'm waiting for. Let me check your USD. So this is Euro USD. So let me check G. Okay, so the support that you were expecting it to be created on GU has not been created. The support that you were expecting. So I was expecting a support to be formed over here. So if it is not forming over there, if it is not forming over there, then it might move to the next level. So by since price is consolidating or ranging, price is consolidating or ranging. So let me check this. So maybe if the market starts to be slow today, sorry, at this time, then maybe around the closure of the 4 hour candle is going to bring volume. That's what usually I see in the market. If the lending session is slow, then the closure of the 4 hour candle, that will be around 9 a.m. is going to bring a lot of volume. So this is the formation of the, let me check the H1 candle. So a new H4 candle has opened. So we are waiting for the support to be created. This candle to create the support. So if it creates a support, then if this candle, the bearish candle close beneath this one like this, then it will be a nice confirmation for us. It will be a nice confirmation because by then you get a support, you get a support over here, you get a support over here. But according to looking at the way it is moving very fast. Looking at the way it is moving very fast, we might not get it like as in how you are expecting it to form. But let's see. So it will close in the next hour. So if it gets rejected over here, then it will be a nice confirmation. We execute it confidently, expecting it to move to the next target. So it left with some more time, 50 something minutes for this candle to close. The way it is moving very fast. So when it forms something like this, the way you can get an entry is what? Either you move to the H1 time frame, then you find an entry. But when you come to the H1 time frame, the H1 time frame is what? An uptrend. But you were supposed to get, so you see the H4 is what? H4. So one type of or one kind of entry. I'm trying to do a video on entry. So maybe by the end of the week I will just do a video on it and post it on YouTube. I'm working on it. I want to make it very basic for everyone to understand. So when you come to, you see the H4 has broken and rated on this area. You get it. it's supposed to give you a support, like as I'm saying. But if you are not getting an entry, you can move to the H1 time frame and make sure what there's a structure shift in line with what the H4 is doing. But when it comes to the H4 time frame, when it comes to the H4 time frame, you have higher high, higher low, higher high. So it's given according to how market structure. H4 is what, a downtrend, sorry, an uptrend. So you can't take a sell on H1 because structure is what you use to determine the direction of the market. The direction of the market is what, a downtrend, an uptrend. Okay, structure is showing or telling us that what the market is, what, an uptrend. So which is against what the H4 is doing. Okay, which is against what the H4 is doing. So when it comes, the only point, structure is going to be shifted when what, a candle has broken and closed beneath this one. That's when you can confidently say what, it is in line with what, it is in line with what, take a sell over here. But you can't take this one now because it's still what, it can be just a wick. You see how this candle created a wick. Okay, so the only point you are going to wait for a confirmation of candles is what, when the candle has broken and closed. On ongoing session, you don't use an ongoing candle to conclude or confirm a shift in structure. It doesn't work that way. Always make sure candle has broken and closed before what you conclude. That's how it works. So when the candle is in session, we don't factor them. So now the candle is in session, the candle is ongoing. So don't what, conclude, or don't don't use this one as what, a break in structure. Okay, don't use one to conclude there was a break in structure. Wait for the candle to break and close. So structure is going to get shifted when this candle break and close this one. But for now, it is all what, an uptrend. Okay, for now it is all uptrend. So as I said, if you don't get an entry over here, so even this one, if you are taking an entry, just stop loss. Let me check H1. Eleven pips, and according checking the zone too, the zone is not something to 12 pips. So I would say, let's see, let's wait for the candle to close. In the next hour, the candle will close. So it will either close like this or it will close further down. It will move further down to this side. Let's wait for the closure of the candle. Let's wait for the closure of the candle. So if we get something like what happened yesterday on Euro USD, it won't be bad. You will get a nice risk to reward. So our prayer is to wait for the candle to close, for it to be able to break through these zones. If it breaks through this zone, then we can get a nice trade today. Okay, so let's hope volume will move it further down. Then when it moves, it breaks above beneath this one like this, then you go to H1, then what, find a structure for confirmation. Okay, find a structure for confirmation. So that our prayer should be what? This candle to break above this one, because when it breaks, when it's close in the middle of a range, it's going to be very difficult for us to take a trade, because it's far from the area of interest, and it's not advisable. As I've been preaching, it's not advisable to trade in the middle of a range. It's not advisable to trade in the middle of a range, because we have what? We have a support over here, a support over here. So what's the chances of price breaking through these levels? The chances are very slim. Okay, the chances are very slim. So the best thing we can do is what? For price to break through. For price to break through. That's the best thing we can wait for. Like what happened yesterday on Euro USD. I waited patiently for the candle to break. Okay. See, initially the closure of this one happened. The closure of this candle what retested exactly on this one. But the next candle closed very deep, and I took this H4 candle. That's all what you need. You just need only one, what, maybe H1 candle movement. That's all what you need in the market. You can't catch every move in the market. Okay, so Euro USD has really moved very deep. Euro USD has really moved very deep. Let me check this page. See, PCHF. Yes, Euro USD has really moved very deep. So if not this one, so you see the way it is moving close to area of interest. Okay, it is moving close to an area of interest. So with this one, we kind of what? So don't be too what do you call it? When the candle is moving like that, you don't have to you don't have to beat yourself up. Don't be impulsive on that. You have to wait for the candle to close. That's the best thing you can do. Don't be impulsive when candles are moving. Okay, don't be impulsive. Always wait for candle to close. Waiting for closure of candles are very important. Wait for the closure of the candle, because if you are not waiting for candle to close, the candle can be giving you a signal that it is moving very deep. Okay, it is giving you a signal that it's moving very deep, and it's what it will wait and what start maybe close over here, and you see you will be faked out. So don't be impulsive or don't beat yourself up. Don't forcefully what enter the market when it is moving. Wait for the candle to close, breathe, and what you enter. That's what is going to guarantee you more wins. You get it? That's what is going to guarantee or give you more wins. So now for what you are going to wait for. So today we are going to Euro USD is far. Euro USD is gone. Okay. On Euro USD is gone because unless maybe it close maybe you will check. See, when the H4 close like this, maybe you move to H1. Euro USD is gone. To be frank, Euro USD is gone. Okay, so unless maybe it breaks above this one, even if it breaks beneath this one, your stop loss is going to be very, very wide. You get it? The stop loss is going to be very wide, which is not advisable to be trading in an area like that. Okay, which is not advisable to be trading. So what you are going to wait for, so when it happens like that, you either go towards H1 time frame and look for a structure, because aside this point, this area was a tradable zone. This area was a tradable zone. This is the point price is going to get rejected. This level is a tradable zone. Okay, this area is a tradable zone. This area is a tradable zone. So the next area, so when the candle close above beneath this one, you either wait for what? You either wait for a structure. Okay, you either wait for a structure to form. You wait for a structure to form, then you take the next move. Trading becomes very simple when you have a plan, when you have a pattern. I always repeat myself again. Become very simple. So I know exactly what if it hasn't happened, I'm not taking a trade. That's my rule. So it's a rule-based game. If you don't have rules, you do things randomly. That's why it's always important to have a mentor, because if you are starting out, it's going to be very difficult for you to know the rule to set for yourself. Which rule is very important, which ones are going to work for you, which ones are not going to. That's why. So sometimes when you tell someone to get a mentor, they thought maybe the person is going to scam them for their money. If you are starting trading and you are trying to do it yourself, I bet the chances of people giving up in trading, is very high, because they try to do it themselves. The chance that people giving up in trading is very high. Don't be a victim of those people. Don't be like those people. So now what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for the breakouts. Okay, I'm waiting for the breakouts like this. You see, this one has got into a support. You can't buy on support. Okay, you can't buy on support. All right, please, we need more information videos. So I'll be doing it. Okay, I'll try every week. I'll try and drop an information video. I'll try my possible best. So you either wait for what? You either wait for a candle to close like this. A candle to close. Because we can't buy on this support area. It's not something advisable. Then we target this tradable zone. So this is a tradable zone. Okay. We target this tradable zone to this level. So when it's closed like this, we move towards H1 to find or to get further confirmation. It's the same thing that happened yesterday on Euro USD, to find further confirmation. That's what I'll be expecting. I'll be looking up to. Okay. So you guys are on YouTube. You guys are more than the likes on the stream. If you have not subscribed to the channel, to kindly do so to subscribe. If you have not liked the video, to kindly give a like on the stream. If you have not liked, give a like on the stream. And first thing, if you are what do you call it? If you have been consistent on the stream, the first thing that you have to do anytime you come to the stream is give a like before you start watching the stream. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, because it's an information channel. Just a reminder. So I'm waiting for the H4. It's left with some few minutes for this one to close. So when this candle close, So my prayer is for the candle to what, break above this zone, even though this zone is very strong. Okay, one thing you have to notice, this zone is very strong. This is a weekly and daily zone. This is weekly and daily zone, so it's a strong area. Okay, so for price, for the H4 candle to break, it has given you, if the confirm, if the chances of price getting to your target, let's say 100%, it has given you like 70%. If this candle alone break through this zone, it has given you what, 70% of the chances that price is going to get to the target. Then you add an additional confirmation to that. So the additional confirmation can be the market structure, then can be what, the time of the day, it can be the zones, you get it. So if right, because this is weekly, when you move to the weekly time frame, when you move to the weekly time frame, or was it monthly or weekly? Okay, this is weekly. You can see this is where we got this area. So turn it to a line chart. So this is weekly. It was what, previously it was weekly resistance. So the moment it broke, resistance tends what, a support. The moment the candle broke above, the resistance tends what, a support. So this is the level. This level is very strong. Okay, so you can see price continue rejecting. You can see price being rejected several times. So okay, so we have next level over here. So on the weekly time frame, if price is correcting, this is the tradable range, or this is the tradable zones. This is the tradable zones. When you move to the daily time frame, okay. So yesterday, as I was watching, I was thinking, as I was watching the daily candle to close, I was thinking maybe the daily candle is going to close beneath. Tell me on Euro USD, we missed a trade right because it broke the uptrend area of interest. I'm not getting your question. I'm not getting your question. Your question is not clear. So I'm waiting for you're waiting for this one to close. So this zone is a strong area of interest. So you have to always wait for confirmation. You don't have to be the first. You don't have to be first to predict the direction of the market. There's no reward in those things. Don't be first to predict where the market will be heading to. Allow price to give you the confirmation. Okay. So my prayer is for the H4 to break above this one. When it breaks beneath this one, I'll be making a decision on what to do. I'll be making a decision on what to do next. So I said on Euro USD we the way it is moving, we've missed the trade. I was thinking maybe it will close, it will have some small candle closure beneath this one, then we take the continuation. But the way it is moving, there's no chance for you to even enter. Okay. And the way the candle, I don't know whether maybe there will be the news event. Because the way the candle closed, let me check whether there was some news in the market today. So if you want to see an unexpected news, you move to the news. You see it over here. Okay, so 18 minutes ago, All right, so this is the reason why Euro USD. You see, the Germany CPI, not something something Westphalia. So this is the reason what this is the reason why you are seeing a massive move 18 minutes ago. So there was high impact news ago. So if you want to, so there was a Twitter post, Germany CPI, this, blah 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 blah. So this is an inflation figure, okay? It's an inflation data being released. That's why we are seeing a major move in what the euros like that, because it's surprising. It's surprising the way the candle opened with no wick, because usually it's supposed to give us some it's supposed to give us some liquidity grab, or it's supposed to give us some wicks up before it will move down. But the way it started straight, it's I noticed there was what some high impact news. That's why we are seeing this one. So if you want to see an unexpected news, when you move to the news, you are going to see it over there. So this is the reason. It's an inflation data, the CPI. It was an inflation data. It was an inflation data. That's why we are seeing major moves in the market. Wow. So the pound USD2 is doing something like, I'm hoping it's not going to. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? So I'm hoping this candle. So sometimes you can't conclude now. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Is it the news, the inflation data? Yeah. So I'm hoping this candle will close very slow. It's not going to break this one. When it's closed like this, you move to the lower time frame. Okay. Then what? Find some market structure. Then we take it. We are not going to take it up front. Okay, you are not going to take it up front. If the candle close, you are going to relax. You are going to be patient, relax, and wait for the candle to close. When the candle close like this, it's going to be the same thing what happened on Euro USD. You see yesterday, let me give you. So the market is the same thing. It's the same thing that happens every day. Okay. So yesterday the candle closed, and we can't make a decision over here. We can't make a decision over here. You get it? We can't make a decision over here because our stop loss is going to be wide. So we went to the lower time frame, waited for a shift in structure. So this is where we got the structure. So when the market gave us a structure on H1, a break retested this structure, then we took the sell. It's the same thing that we are going to wait for on GU2. So what I'm hoping for is what? For this one to break beneath this zone. When it breaks beneath this zone, then we will be having a tradable zone at this level. Okay, you'll be having a tradable zone. So this is what we are going to wait for. It left with some 30 minutes for the candle to close. So if you have not funded your account, kindly fund your account. Fund your account, let me blow it for you. Let me blow the money for you. So this is what we are going to wait for. You are going to wait. You are waiting for the H4 to close. When H4 close, as I said, you are going to. So sometimes this is not a confirmation. It's still ongoing. It can be. It can just wake. Okay, it can just wake and what. But if it happens like that, then we have a tradable this thing, a tradable zone. So this is what you are expecting in the market today. Okay, so it's the same thing that happened on Euro USD yesterday. It's the same thing. Let me see. So we are waiting not to close, waiting for the candle to close. So it's left with 30 minutes for this. So let me check the 30 minutes. Okay, so this it's left with some few seconds. So when it's closed, maybe we can get the next candle make giving us some structure. Then we take the sell. But I would prefer the H. I prefer the H1 to give me a structure. If the H1 give me a structure, that would be what a high confirmation. So as I'm saying, this candle can just be a wick, okay? It can just wick in. It can just wick like how this one wicked and what went inside again. It can be the same thing. It can be the same thing. So we have to stay patient and wait for you have to stay patient and wait for the candle to close. Don't be an impulsive trader. If you be an impulsive, the chances of you what getting stopped out many times is going to be very high. So we have to be disciplined traders are what patient traders. They wait. So we are going to wait. We are going to wait for the closure. But sometimes it might be maybe I might call the stream off and what it will happen in the private group. So when it's close like this, the stop loss because that if we're taking it at H4, then your stop loss is going to be 63 pips. Your take profit. So you either wait for a structure confirmation. So the 30 minutes has closed. Okay, the 30 minutes has closed. So let's wait for the next 30 minutes. We are waiting for the next 30 minutes. So as I told you, see the candle is trying to if it's wick above this one, the areas, then it is not tradable. If it's wick above, then it's not tradable. So we are waiting patiently for the 30 minutes candle to close. The next 30 minutes, then what? We see what the candle will do. We see what the candle will do. So let's wait. So it's the same thing. Let's remind ourselves on Euro USD what happened yesterday. So as I'm saying, it closed beneath. So this is what I'm expecting. The H4 closed beneath. As it closed beneath, we went what H1. H1 gave us a structure. We took the trade over here at the break of this one. So exactly what we are expecting. So this is a breakout on GU. So when it breakouts, okay, usually when it comes to breakouts, I use the H4 for confirmation. So when it breaks out, okay, when it breaks out, then what you look for confirmation in the lower time frame. So it's just a visualization of the pattern. So so this is the point. You are going to see candle structure break at this level. Okay, the daily candle. This is like when the daily wick get broken, it gives us a further confirmation. Okay, so it's going to give us further confirmation, even though the daily is an uptrend. But when the candle get broken, it's going to give us what, a candle breakout structure. So now the candle retested on the wick. So as I said, if it's refused to break, then I'm not going to make a decision. I'll wait for the next candle to close. So if it's closed beneath, that's when I'm going to make a decision. That's when I'm going to make a decision. I don't use I don't use buy limit and sell limit. I use buy stop. The others, the pending orders that I use is buy stop and sell stop. I don't use sell limit and buy limit. But do you understand buy limit? Do you understand them? Do you understand buy limit and sell limit? So why do you think we should use buy limits? Why are you saying that? Hello? Hello? Are you there? I'm asking why are you saying we should use I'm asking why are you saying you should use buy limit and sell limit? Yeah, so that's personal. If you are not available, so then you have to be using it. Yeah. So mostly with the buy limit and the sell limit, they are used for those who don't wait for maybe confirmation. They'll trade on levels. But for me, I don't trade on levels. I seek for confirmation before. So the best thing that I do is the buy stop and the sell stop. So buy limit maybe, so if you want the market to, if you are expecting the market to, it will be buying. Okay, if the market is buying, okay, let's use since the market is selling. So if you know maybe the market will be selling, but it will further retrace before it will sell. You set your sell limit what, beneath the current market price. So even though I know the market is going to sell, okay, if I know the market is going to sell, but I'm having some, I know, or like I have some projection that the market is going to retrace before it will start selling. That's when you set your sell limit. You get it. So I'll set my sell limit over here. When price get to this level, then what? It will my orders are going to get filled. Then I'll be in. I'm going to be into the sell. So that's the meaning of the sell limit. So usually I use pending order. I use the buy stop and the sell stop. That's the most important thing that I use when it comes to the pending orders. So if you trade on support and resistances without confirmation, that's when you are going to use buy stop and the sell stop. So like let's say maybe I'm expecting or I'm projecting price is going to get to this level. So I'm going to set my the sell stop over here, strongly believing that price is going to sell. So the moment price gets to this level, then what? I'll be triggered or my orders are going to be filled. But with the sell stop, maybe the price is it has price is currently at this level. So I'm going to set my sell stop when price gets to this level, then what? My orders are going to get filled. That's the meaning of what? Because with the sell stop and the buy stops, you don't you don't think price is going to go, maybe price is going to retrace before it will move, it will start selling. But with the sell limit and the buy limits, you have a projection that, or you are speculating that price is going to retrace or correct before it will move to your favor. Yeah. So currently price, you're welcome. Currently price is retracing, so it seems, or it looks like, so if it breaks beneath, unless it has broken above, so I'm waiting. It's left with some few minutes, 15 minutes for it to close. When it close, when the H4 candle close, then I'll end the stream. If it close beneath, then you make a decision. If it close above, then you are going to wait for the next H4 candle to close. So you see how strong this area is. That's why I'm saying, if the candle, or if price break beneath this one, we are going to take a sell, because this area is a strong area. It's a strong level that when the H4 candle breaks, it's a strong confirmation. So you see prices, the support level prices are rejecting the current price or the candles. So it tells you how strong this level is. That's why I've indicated what a golden zone. You have what? Daily support, weekly support. So if it breaks, then we are going to look for what? An entry at H1 time frame or M30 time frame. So if it breaks, then we move to the H1 time frame. Then you make a decision. If it breaks, then you look for market structure. You look for market structure, then you make a decision. The stop loss is what is going to be very difficult. The stop loss will be very difficult because the way it's closed, or unless maybe you wait, if it's closed beneath, then unless you wait for a structure level to be created before you make a decision. Okay, so it seems like I've seen something of that sort before. Let me go back and see. It seems like I've seen something of that sort. So you see this one. I remember you took a trade over here. Is it I took or we took? So I took a trade over here. So you see, as the H4 break, I move to the H1 to make a decision. So there was a structure. So this is the point. This is the point, yeah. So I took the sell over here. I took the sell over here at this level. You get, so you see this one created a structure. It's the same thing that I'm expecting it to happen. It's the same thing that I'm expecting. It's the same thing. Okay. So when it's closed beneath, I'm expecting, or I'll be waiting for some kind of structure. So it seems like, it looks like it want to break. Okay. So because if it breaks, our stop loss is going to be wide because this is the only structure level. Okay. So we have to wait for H4 to give us a structure. Okay, you have to wait for some kind of structure, but definitely you are, if it's close beneath, then you are still going to, you'll be you'll be what, you'll be looking out for the sell. If it breaks beneath, then you'll be looking out for the sell. So what you have to hope for is what, the candle to break. Because if you are taking a sell over here, the stop loss is really going to be wide. It's really going to be wide. So you have to, a delicate situation. We have to wait for, so exactly what you are expecting. Exactly what you were expecting today is what is happening. So the Germany CPI moved it very fast to the same. So these are some of the, so that's why we set stop loss. So you see, sometimes you will be getting an unexpected news event. You get it? You get an unexpected you'll be getting some unexpected news event. Okay, so I think I have to. I'll be leaving the stream very soon. You'll be getting an unexpected news event. So with that one, you have to be. You have to set. So that's why we set stop loss. We set stop loss so that in case maybe there was an unexpected news event, it will not blow our account. You see, this news event that happened was not in what, the calendar, but it's happened. So with such instance, supposing you have not having stop loss and you are buying, your account is going to be wiped out or wiped away. So it's always important to set stop loss. Okay. So as I'm saying, I think I will close the stream. It's left to 12 minutes and I don't know whether to wait for the candle to close or, because, okay, you let me wait. Let me wait. So you are going to wait for the candle to close. So when it's closed, then you make a decision. It will be better if you are going to wait for a structure. Let me check Euro USD and see what's going on over there. So we can't take Euro USD. We can't take it. Okay, looking at how it's formed, we can't take it. So our eyes are set on what? G. Our eyes are set on G. So with GU2, I'm expecting it to break it. Okay. So I think I will call it. I'll call on the stream. I'll call it. So anything, as I'm saying, you guys should keep an eyes on GU. So if anything, update the group. I'm also keeping an eye on GU. If it's close, so the price is around 1.3, 1.38. If it breaks above 1.38, if it breaks above 1.318, right? 1.31812. Okay. So if price break beneath 1.31812, then you update the group. Okay, then you look for a sell opportunity. So when it happens like that, there was going to be what? There was going to be a setup. Okay, so you'll be finding the entry. So with the entry, I will just check it out myself and I'll update the group. Okay, so thank you for today's stream. So you continue on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so thank you. You guys should have a nice day. See you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. So YouTube, thank you all for joining today's stream. So see you all tomorrow. So the stream starts from 6 a.m. or maybe the latest is 6:30 to 7. Then what? We close 9, 8 to 9. Okay. So it will continue tomorrow, same time. Thank you. Bye bye. Adios.